All the praise due to Allah, the Lord of the worlds, and salutations to our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم سبحان الذي يسرى بعبده ليلا من المسجد الحرام إلى المسجد الأقصى الذي باركنا حوله لنريه من آياتنا إنه هو السميع البصير. Surah Isra or Bani Israel, verse 1. This particular verse in Surah, some verses of the Surah, were revealed just before the migration of Rasulullah and his companions to Medina. As most of the Mufassirin, they said that Mi'raj, the incident of Mi'raj in Islam, took place just before the migration to Medina. In a hadith, Imam Bukhari rahmahullah, he says that وعن أبي ذر رضي الله عنه قال قال رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم فرج سقف بيتي, the roof of my house was cracked, was open. فرج سقف بيتي وأنا بمكة, and I was in Mecca. So he tells us that the incident took place in Mecca, and it's from Bukhari. فنزل جبريل ففرج صدري فغسله بماء زمزم. Then Jibril came down and he made my heart split, and then he washed it with the water of Zamzam. This is how it began. In the first place, what I would focus on is why Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has mentioned Subhanalladhi asra bi'abdihi. Glory be to the Allah who has made his servant have a night journey. Servant, abd. Laylam min masjid al-harami ila al-masjid al-aqsa. From Masjid al-Haram to Masjid al-Aqsa. So the word abd, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is used. And what Allah uses, Allah means it. So look at the use of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala's word abd, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is mentioning, addressing Rasulullah in different names. As you are aware that Rasulullah has been mentioned by his own name, Muhammad and Ahmad, just 5 times. 4 times Muhammad, 1 time Ahmad. And apart from them, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned Rasulullah as Rasulallah, Ya ayyuhal Rasul, Ya ayyuhal Nabi, and abd in some places. This is one of the places. When Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells Rasulullah abd, it bears responsibility. Not just responsibility, it also bears a representation. That means, if I tell you one of the musallis, and the musalli is a person, actually is a person, like other people walking on the street. But that tells you that it belongs to the masjid. Does it make sense? So it belongs to masjid, meaning Rasulullah has been mentioned as abd, meaning he is representing all the creations. All the abd of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. وَمِنَ النَّاسِ وَالدَّوَابِ وَالْأَنْعَامِ مُخْتَلِفٌ أَلْوَانُهُ كَذَلِكَ. Allah says in Surah Fatih, verse 20. Amongst humans, وَالدَّوَابِ, and those who are moving on earth, وَالْأَنْعَامِ, the cattle, domestic animals. مُخْتَلِفٌ أَلْوَانُهُ كَذَلِكَ. There are a variety of colors, variety of kinds and types. إِنَّمَا يَخْشَى اللَّهُ مِنْ عِبَادِهِ الْعُلَمَاء. Amongst those, the most fearful of Allah is amongst these servants. مِنْ عِبَادِهِ, Allah is used ibad. So all creations are directly طَوْعًا وَكَرْهًا. Allah says in Surah, طَوْعًا وَكَرْهًا, knowingly or unknowingly we are obeying Allah. Body, everything is of our body is actually abd. We have been given a conscience. We have been given a willpower, because of which we choose, okay, Alam naj'al lahu 'aynayn, I've given you 2 eyes, wa lisanan, a tongue, wa shafatayn, 2 lips, wa hadaynahu najdayn, I've shown you 2 paths. So what does it mean? It means through your own perceptions, sense and perceptions, you're going to choose the right or wrong path. That means you have been given willpower. This is the other thing. But apart from that, every single part of your body is actually Abd of Allah. You cannot do whatever you want to do. Your tongue wants to do. Okay? But you again control yourself a lot of the part of your body. However, this is another thing. So then to define the relation between Abd and Ma'bud. Abd and Ma'bud. And Rasulullah Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam went to see Allah, travel all the way to see Allah. Actually, he has represented all the ibad of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is one of the significance of the Mi'raj. Now, Abd, as we know about Abd, we are weak, we have lots of weaknesses, we have lots of wants, we have lots of things to do, needs. We are needy directly and indirectly. But Allah is free from needs. Allah says that خُلِقَ الْإِنسَانُ ضَعِيفًا. Allah in Surah Nisa, verse 28, man has been created weak. Very weak, feeble. لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي كَبَدٍ. Very, I have created humans in hardship. Some hardship we cannot realize. When we were in our mom's womb, we can't realize. We lived. How do you feel? Claustrophobic, we call. Yeah? Meaning we're confined. Oh, I can't go out. Some people are like this. So in mom's womb, who is feeding you? Who is making you to not realize that you are in hardship? Or when you're coming out from your mom's womb, seeing the light of the dunya. Okay? Then still on the way in your journey coming out from your mom's womb, have troubles. The doctors are trying to pull you out from your mom's womb. لَقَدْ خَلَقْنَا الْإِنسَانَ فِي كَبَدٍ. Allah is free from all these weaknesses. All these weaknesses. Who is Allah? All. Who Allah who had. Say, it is Allah who is one and unique. Allahu Samad. He is self-sufficient. Lam yalid walam yulad. He does not beget. And he is not begotten. Walam yakul lahu kufuwan ahad. And there's nothing equivalent to him, similar to him, that you can pair with him. This is Allah. This Allah wants to show that Subhanalladhi, he is Subhana, meaning one of the names of Allah is Subhan. Subhan meaning who is free from, pure from any kind of weaknesses that we can imagine or perceive of, comprehend of. It is Allah. That's what Allah wants to show. لِنِرِيَهُ مِنْ آيَاتِنَا. Show some signs of us. Some of the signs. That was one of the wisdom behind this night journey. Second thing, Miraj is a miracle of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Our beloved Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam has had a journey in just one few minutes. After coming back, he saw the water of wudu is still rolling. The knuckles of the door of Kaaba is still singing. Allahu Akbar. So this is the miracle. And here the journey of thousands and thousands and thousands of years. And he saw prophets. Isa alayhi salam, Musa alayhi salam, Ibrahim alayhi salam, Yusuf alayhi salam, Adam alayhi salam. Yeah? And this is one of the miracles. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, what's that possible with the people of modern world, man of science? I ask this question. In the first place, we don't need science. Tell us whether it's possible or not. We're not going for science. Science is not the ultimate answer to all questions. Science tells us. It's not ultimate. Professor Brian Cox Perhaps you've heard Professor Brian Cox's name, one of the top British scientists. He said that we don't know all the answers. We don't know where the laws of nature come from. In the past, the universe was really ordered and is getting more disordered. And he is not a believer. He's kind of atheist. He was asked about God, his position about God. He said, I don't know. Agnostic or atheist. He says, we don't know. The world that has been captured and telescope is 1% of the total that's prevailing, existing. They just presume the 1%. And was captured. There are multiverses, not just universe. Like this universe, multiverses. And the distance is just unimaginable. Incredible distances those stars to stars have. So now, science does not have any all answers. However, we come to the point, second point, is that human brain is very short and limited. The capacity of our brain is very short and limited. If I can tell you one thing, do you know the grain of salt, a grain of salt, it has 10 to the power 16 atoms. 10 to the power 16 atoms. If you calculated trillions and trillions of atoms it has, with just one single grain of salt. And human brain cell has, do you know how many atoms? 10 to the power 14. It's less than a grain of salt. You're weaker than a grain of salt. Does not mean that a grain of salt is smaller than you. So if it is not, who has the answer? He has the answer. So don't go for science. Secondly, time travel, what science tells us. Although we need science for some people, for them to explain that this is science. Secondly, time travel. Time travel, lots of children, I know that they love it. Time travel, yeah, if you can go back to the past and you can see your great grandfathers, and definitely you can have a conversation with them, yeah, all these things. Time travel. So if you go past, what Einstein says, Einstein's theory of relativity, one of the sections of the clauses of the theory of relativity tells us that 99.99995% of the speed of light, if someone gains, that person or that things can travel as fast as the person can travel 1,000 years of worldly life in just 10 years. Make it shorter. In 1 year, they can travel the space, okay, in 100 years on Earth. This is time travel. This is what Rasulullah did. So what we come to know? Science of the church has proven us that it's easy for us to understand the deen of Islam, all the things that haven't been disclosed yet, exposed yet, haven't been opened yet in front of the people before us, are open to us now, alhamdulillah. Still, we are not submitting ourselves to the word of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So, last but not least, is the burrak. Burrak, barkun, the word is light. Barkun means lightning light. And burrak, if you go for grammar, you see when you see the second kalima, fa kalima and kalima and kalima, and the second kalima, the second radical has got tasdeed on it. Those who are in madrasa, those who know grammar, it gets wawa, an emphatic and speedy meaning of it. Okay? So if you say, for example, someone who regularly bakes, okay, khabbaz, khubz, okay, so it's a burrak. What does it mean? It means the light has got more speed. And what science tells us, that if someone gains the speed of light, the person will be able to travel 1,000 times faster than the word. Subhanallah.